woman is suing former officer Chauvin, killer, is suing him because he put his knee on her neck also. Put it up for a mass. Hell of a story. In Minnesota, according to a new lawsuit, ex-cop Derek Chauvin is accused of pressing his knee into the neck of a subdued Patricia Day. This was back in 2020, according to the allegation. With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. The same move he used 4 months later when he killed George Floyd in 2020, and also used on a teenager that was exposed in 2017. Patricia Day filed her excessive force lawsuit in federal court in Minnesota that stemmed from her drunk driving arrest that was January 17th, 2020. It seeks over $9 million. It names Chauvin, his former officer partner, and the city of Minneapolis. They are the defendants. Her ordeal started when her minivan got stuck in the snow. And Chauvin and his former partner were called to the scene. The officers violently jerked Miss Day from her vehicle, threw her to the ground, even though she was not a threat. Day's physical injuries included a fractured tooth and injuries to her arm, shoulder, and ankle. She has increased anxiety and flashbacks. She was diagnosed with major depression disorder. Her psychological issues became so significant, she was forced to take leave from work, court documents said. The lawsuit alleges that the officers downplayed the force used on Miss Day in their reports, and neither officer was disciplined. So Day's drunk driving charges were actually dropped, okay, with assistant Minneapolis City Attorney Backstrom telling the court, quote, "I just want to make clear that my office and myself in particular don't condone the way that the interaction went down in this particular case," quote, the lawsuit said. Following an evidentiary hearing in 2021, a judge granted Day's motion to suppress evidence. The judge concluded that she had been arrested when the officers yanked her from the minivan, but lacked probable cause to charge her with driving while intoxicated, court documents said. After her motion to suppress was granted, the city attorney's office dismissed the pending charges for lack of evidence, the lawsuit said. Chauvin was convicted of murder in Floyd's death in April 2021 and federal civil rights violation May 2022, leading to 2 decades of incarceration. The city of Minneapolis agreed to settle the longstanding lawsuits of 2 people, including a 14-year-old. While in prison this past November, Chauvin survived being stabbed 22 times the day after Thanksgiving, allegedly by a fellow inmate who was once an FBI informant. The suspect allegedly explained that the Black Friday stabbing was a symbolic choice. So this is, as we concluded back then, habitual offender, all right? That's what you have in front of you, and it's going to defund the police even more. David, thoughts here?
You got it exactly right. And you've said this over and over. These things don't happen in a vacuum. They're not one-offs. Generally, if a bad cop does something bad, he or she has done it bad before. If Derek Chauvin is found to have, as he was, guilty of murder for putting his knee on the neck, I think of that, of what happened in Minnesota, I'm sure. I think most thinking people would think, I bet he's probably done this to other people, and it's just a matter of time. And now we find out that yes, this is a pattern for this guy. It's a pattern for other bad people, for bad cops. And at a certain point, police have got to say, you know what? We've got to nip it in the bud. Stop it the first time. Stop it in the first time so that it doesn't get worse.
That's right. Well said. Well said.